most of the world is poor compared to the United States. And a big reason why the United States is so wealthy, and we have the resources to address a lot of the problems that come up in the conversation here, is because of immigration and because of the people who've come. We would already, talk about decline, we'd already be seeing population decline if we hadn't had immigration since 1965, which a lot of people think would be a good thing. I mean, I see this all the time. We just should have banned all immigration over the last 50 years, which would have been a terrible, disastrous thing for the United States, as opposed to something that's a positive. You got to get back to fundamentals on some of this. When you just are advocating we shouldn't have population growth because it's going to be bad, new labor force entrance is going to make us poorer. That's a scary thing. Once you start talking in those terms, then you adopt a lot of policies that would be bad for population growth. We'd actually advocate for more abortion, more restrictions on childbirth, and not address a lot of the crises that, in childcare and healthcare that we desperately need to address.
So, but you want to uncap H-1B. Do you want to have unfettered migration in general, no matter what? Like, do you want anybody to come in anytime? Like, how do you feel about all the people that were crossing the border legally? Should we let them stay? Like, how do you feel about that? Because it seems to me that you just want to let every worker in.
Yeah, I mean, I think that immigration should be presumptively legal to come to the United States. There should be a presumption in favor of it. If you come and you can show that you can support yourself. And look, we should change our welfare laws. Like, we shouldn't just have people who can come in and they can't support themselves and they go on welfare. We should restrict welfare for non-citizens. And if you don't pay in sufficient amount, then you shouldn't get to naturalize and get those benefits. We can create, look, anyone I talk to about immigration can create a better system than the one we have right now. Look, illegal immigration, it's a result of the fact that, look, the H-1B visa, it's the only year-round guest worker visa we have for year-round positions. It's the only one. So where are all the illegal immigrants going when they get here? They're going to year-round jobs that are categorically prohibited from guest workers, like you talked about the H-2A and H-2B. There's no guest worker visa for poultry processing, for livestock, dairies, construction. All of these industries are completely prohibited.
Dairy workers have some of the H-2A.
They're not eligible, the dairy industry, because it's not seasonal.
There's a very small number. Like they can kind of hack the system because of when dairy cows are born is seasonal, so they can kind of hack the system a little bit. But like in general, the milk has to be collected regularly every day, so it's not a seasonal or temporary job. So it's categorically ineligible. So you have 70% of the jobs, 75% of the jobs are categorically ineligible, banned from guest worker legal migration. And that produces the illegal immigration and chaos that we saw over the last 4 years.
I actually think, David, even if you made it legal for companies to sponsor guest workers in everything, I still think you would have massive numbers of people coming in illegally without border security, and simply because
without border security. Think
about it. Like, the people at the border don't speak English. They have a relatively low level of education. They don't have actually a contact with employers here. In fact, this is the first time we have a border crisis where people all over the world are coming. It's not primarily Mexican or Central American anymore. And it's people who have no previous connection, not even a family member here. And so they're just showing up. So they wouldn't have been sponsored by employers. They would still show up.
Yeah, it would benefit. I'm not saying it's a cure-all for every immigration problem, but it would be a significant benefit. You understand in context that, look, 75% of the jobs, we're just saying the only way you can fill these jobs with a foreign worker is illegally. That is a significant problem for illegal immigration. It makes it harder because you're turning.
What do you mean in agriculture?
If the companies
in agriculture, they have the H-2A visa, and they still have massive numbers of illegal immigrants.
Not anymore. Not into seasonal agriculture. Not anymore. All of the increase in seasonal agricultural employment has come through the H-2A visa since the H-2A expanded in the early 2000s. So we have cured that problem. That used to be the main form of illegal immigration, was into seasonal agriculture.
No, we still have it though. We definitely still have it.
Well, we still
Pennsylvania, New Jersey, they're picking the blueberry farms down in Hamilton, New Jersey. I'm telling you right now, they stand outside Wawa's waiting to get picked up for day work every day.
Same thing in Florida.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it
So
doesn't.
you
I'm not
we
saying
didn't
it
solve
doesn't exist. I'm saying that all of the increase in employment has come from the H-2A. So we could see, yes, there are some illegal immigrants who come in, some die, some leave, whatever.
There's a lot.
And there are a lot. But I'm not saying it doesn't exist at all. I'm saying that the H-2A has prevented that problem from getting worse.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Culture War podcast. We're live every Friday, 10 a.m. to noon. So subscribe and come hang out.